I'm cleansing the aura and witchcraft shall start. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Get the fuck out my way. Power on you. Only good energy, good vibes, okay? Son paros. It smells like Guatemala, bro. We're gonna keep this on to cleanse all y'all bitches' energy because it is too stanky in here. Okay? Hey guys, welcome to the Hidden Script podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Finally, I have been prolonging this podcast for so long, but I'm honestly so excited because I feel like I took the time to really not feel like I need perfection. And I feel like the more I tried to perfect things and make things more complicated, the harder it was for me to actually focus on what I was actually talking about and all the things that I actually want to be able to portray to you guys. And I'm just super excited to get into this, and it's just such a perfect time because I feel like I've learned so much, and I know you guys are looking at me oh, who is this? This is just some girl, whatever. No, girl, I've been through it all. I've grew up really fast, so I actually have some wisdom to share with you guys. So this episode is called "You Are Your DNA, Don't Be Scared." History repeats itself many times, and that's including with our own lives, right? Including in our DNA. I'm sure you guys have seen your cousins, or your family members, kind of becoming their parents, or and sometimes that could be someone's worst fear, or that can be someone's role model. You know what I'm saying? I have been through each section. At some point in my life when I was 19, there was a time where I just saw myself becoming my mother. And that was my biggest fear. I was I don't want to be my mom. Love her. But at the end of the day, there were certain things in her life that I just didn't want to have for my life. What I will say to that is you need to take the gifts that your ancestors give you and leave the ancestral trauma. What does that mean? It means that a lot of people have ancestral talents. We are genetics, you know what I'm saying? We're prone to certain things. For example, technically, I have diabetes in my family, right? I'm prone to be diabetic if I don't watch what I'm eating. I wouldn't say I believe in destiny. Yes, I think DNA is a blueprint of what our lives are kind of meant to be. Control of your decisions, and you are in control of your life and your destiny. Whether you want to be a pop star, whether you want to be a doctor, you are in control of that. And I need you to let go of that ancestral trauma that you hold. Ancestral baggage it can be passed down, just like how bad genes could be passed down. That's also a real thing. When I say baggage, I mean even things that's happened to them in the past. If they maybe died in a bad way, or if they gone through a lot of trauma, it's very possible that a mother's body can pass on to her child that same trauma. And some people wonder why I didn't go through that myself. Why do I have this trauma? It's ancestral baggage. And there's two voices. There's usually the one that's full of self-doubt, low confidence, and you'll notice maybe your parents struggle through the same things in their lives, but that stuff you're gonna have to break yourself, and that's gonna come with a lot of awareness, and it's gonna come with a lot of healing. Okay, and we'll talk about that more later, about how to fix those ancestral baggage that we hold and actually start living the life that you are meant to live. And that is listening to your inner voice, listening to who you want to be, and how do we get to the person we want to be. You need to do a lot of self-discovery, find out what you like, find out what you want, find out who you are as a person, and whether and don't judge yourself for that. For example, I'm trying to be Mrs. Worldwide. For the longest time I judged myself for that. I'm oh, why do I want literally the biggest thing in the world? Why does my inner voice want to be so big? Why can't I pick something a little bit more attainable? No, because that's my inner voice. My inner voice is you got this, hoe. get it together. Like, start doing something every day towards something that you want to do. Technically, if I was listening to my parents, I'd be some boring dentist and being married in the suburbs. That would be my life if I had chosen what my parents wanted for me, you know? But I'm not. I'm literally a crazy girl with some frog ears on a podcast right now, trying to be a pop star. I'm sorry, I didn't welcome you guys into my house. This is my house. This is my living room. And guess what? I manifested that when I was 20 years old. I got a beautiful apartment, which I still live in now. Did everything in my power to manifest what I have today. And now I'm seeking more. I want a community. I want to build with people. I want to meet like-minded individuals like myself. And we are going to manifest together, because at the end of the day, it's all unity. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most powerful combinations of manifestation comes with unity and energy. Like, everything in this world is energy. If you know how to work energy, like, you are going to go far. You are going to go far. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most talented. You just got to know how to work with energy. And I'm telling you, you got it in the bag. You got life figured out. And yeah, and I'm just here to spread some of that wisdom and help you channel that inner energy that I know that you have, because everyone has it. And like, why wouldn't you want to channel that energy that can be so powerful? Why don't you test how powerful you can be? Like, isn't that insane? Like, how powerful you can be? It's actually kind of crazy or delusional. You can pick one. But yeah. Anyway, back to how we are our DNA. You can choose to follow, like, you can choose to believe in destiny, or you can choose to have full control of your life. Nobody written my destiny. I'm in control of my life, and I am gonna get everything that I want and everything. And it's not written down for me. I don't believe that. And I encourage you to like also see from that point of view, because it's kind of entrapping to feel like I have to follow what was meant for me. Like, no, I don't want to. Say that to yourself. And say everything that you want to be. Now, when I say take the gifts and leave the trauma, I mean, like, take the talents. A lot of artists, you'll notice that their kids are also like pretty talented as well. Maybe your dad has anger issues and you kind of ended up having some anger issues. You need to like heal that part of yourself and like fix that and like understand and come to that awareness. Don't be a victim of your environment. Like never dumb down, dream big. And what I mean by that is, like, there's more for yourself. There's more out there. And being a little bit more open-minded and optimistic that you are not a victim of your environment. You are the exception. You're making it out of the statistics. Like, you are not your environment. So you need to cut off whatever is influencing you in that way to be part of your environment. You need to leave your environment. Whether you need to find a way out, and don't waste any more time being a victim of your environment, because there's been so many times where I felt a victim of my environment and I didn't want to be the victim anymore. I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to be powerful. I wanted to use my experiences to help others and let them know that they're not a victim as well. And it comes with a level of optimism, and it comes with, like I said, awareness. Like, awareness is a tool, okay? If you're able to be self-aware, like, you are gifted. That's a gift itself. And that's sort of having a sense of emotional intelligence, which you'll get, the more you listen to things and the more you want more for yourself, the more intelligent, emotionally intelligent you will become. So truly believe in that. Truly believe in your inner voice that makes you want to grow. Truly, or otherwise, if you don't have that inner voice and you're okay with being content and complacent, stay at the same spot. And maybe we are not the same girl. We are not the same person. We are two different people. And if you want to believe that your destiny is written out, so be it. I am happy for you. We are two different people, though. Emotional intelligence comes with a full-on self-awareness check. And I truly believe that you guys can get there. Like, emotional intelligence, you're not born with that. That is a work in progress. That is a lot of learning to do. That is it takes some growing up fast to do that, because you can't really be immature. Like, it's like, but yeah, so that's why I feel like I have so much wisdom at my age right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a wise girl. Let's see, people who were a victim of their environment. Let's talk about that. Amy Winehouse was one of them. She died at 27. She became a victim of drugs, addiction, and she let her demons get the best of her, right? We all know that she died of an overdose. So Elvis Presley, same thing, victim of his environment. Whitney Houston, victim of her environment. They didn't outgrow their environment. They didn't remove themselves fast enough, so they ended up dying pretty early in their lives, and they became a victim of their environment. So it takes a matter of taking yourself out of the environment is sometimes the only way you can recover. And not just that, if you're with a toxic partner and you keep finding yourselves in the repetitive toxic loop, you're entrapping yourself, and that's also being a victim of your environment. That they're your environment, and you really need to and the more you keep going back, the more you're internally hurting yourself, and the more you internally hurt yourself, the longer it's going to take for you to actually heal. The more digger hole you're putting yourself more in a digger hole, it's harder to climb out of. So take yourself out of that, girl, please. Or man, please take it out of yourself. Or they, please. Don't be a victim of your partner. That is so real. And that goes with being a victim of your environment. So try your best, y'all. We are not perfect, but I'm telling you, it's a work in progress. And self-discovery is essential to knowing yourself. And self-discovery, meaning trying new things, traveling, really exploring who you are and what do you want, and creating experiences that you learn from that make you open your mind to new things. And that really shapes the person you are. So go travel, do something new, keep doing new things so you can know yourself more. The more you know yourself, the more self-aware you are, and also the more you can know what do you want, because a lot of people just don't know what they want. Half the world does not know what they want, and a person who knows what they want is so refreshing. It's so my goodness, you know yourself so well. That's just so attractive, no? Let's talk about how to fix ancestral trauma and how to start living by your own destiny and how to create your own book, basically. And these are the things that people don't talk about enough. And how to fix it is, number one, is self-awareness. Please, just you need self-awareness. You need to take yourself out of your box and look at yourself from a higher standpoint, and look at yourself down and really look at yourself at all angles. That's what self-awareness is you're able to look at yourself from your higher self and kind of, determine who you are from that, and aligning with the person you want to be, right? So role models, have 3 role models that you look up to and follow what they do, not just how they speak, but also their day-to-day, or how they interact in social settings and conversations. Aspire to be it's Ashley Graham. I think she's a very successful woman, and she built her lingerie brand. She used to go to schools and to the youth, and basically tell them her story and sharing what it's like to be an empowering woman. And she's basically one of my favorite feminists. Align yourself with the people that you want to be like. Having an example really helps you become that. Is letting your inner voice speak. So in order to let your inner voice speak, you need clarity. You need to hear her. Right now, when you keep ignoring your inner voice, the more lower it gets, and all you can hear is chatter, noise. So you need to dumb down the noise first. How are you going to dumb down the noise? You need to have tools to do that, which is journaling, therapy, organizing your thoughts, meditation, maybe speaking to God. All that stuff helps you channel your inner voice that everyone has, and it helps you have that clarity and sense of who you are, and what you actually want. And like, like always, I'll always encourage you to listen to that inner voice. That is because that inner voice is truly you. And the more you ignore it, the more further away you're becoming less from yourself. And then you lose yourself and you don't even know who you are anymore. So always try to channel her, like every day, some way, somehow, whether it's spiritually, emotionally, or even physically writing things down. That will help. Also saying no and holding yourself accountable. Holding yourself accountable to things. That's another form of self-awareness. You need to make sure that you know yourself, that you're not perfect. You need to keep reminding yourself, I'm not perfect. I do things, and sometimes, like in the moment, I'm not able to acknowledge what I did wrong in that moment, but I'm able to hold myself accountable when I reevaluate the situation. At it, I can say that I was wrong and that, like, I could have handled the situation differently. Saying no is so important for my ladies, girls. I know you ladies, girl, I need you to say no to situations, because the more you say no, the less you're putting yourself in a situation that you could have avoided. So I'm gonna always encourage you to say no, especially like to that first inner voice. Like when you're like listening to your inner voice and you're fully embodying your inner voice, the more you're like able to know to follow your intuition. And your first initial thought is usually your inner voice telling you to do something or not. So when you're following your intuition, and if your intuition is saying no, I need you to fully say no and like not care about how it's going to be portrayed or reacted. That's the only way you're able to fully embody your inner voice, is when you're able to respect your that you respect yourself. When I mean respect yourself, I mean channeling that inner voice and respecting that she said no. So physically we're saying no, right? And I will remind you, you don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody shit, actually. What you do owe is yourself, and you should always choose yourself no matter what. So yes, that will conclude the podcast today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will be posting every Wednesday for you guys, and that way, we can connect. I do want to form a community with you guys and be able to speak with all of you one-on-one one day, and that way we can always like hold each other accountable and have something to learn every week. So I just want you guys to feel like you're not alone. I'm always going to keep it real with you, and this is Yaz's house. Like this is a safe space. I want this to be a safe space for you guys, and I really hope that you guys take everything that I said and really apply it to your life some way, somehow. Next week, I have a really fun episode coming for you guys. And yes, I hope that you guys enjoyed this first episode. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday for some more fun and some more voodoo. Yes. I hope we can make my dreams and your dreams come true. We got this. Love you guys. Stay safe and leave a thumbs up. All right, bye.